Hello. Time for some more math. Pages 763 to 764, which is more division. More division. Use fraction tiles to divide. Draw your models below. Again, if you want to do that, you can. If you want to just do the math, you can. What we're going to do is we're just going to do the math. 2 divided by 1/6, number 1. How many sixths can you put into 2? Well, how many sixths can you put into 1? 6, right? So 2, answer is going to be 12. But let's see how we got that answer. 2 divided by 1/6. 2 divided by 1/6 is the same as 2 times, flip it, 6 over 1, 12, right? Number 2, 1/4 divided by 3. Now remember, now this one, I'm not going to do the answer for you. This one, I'm going to show you how, remind you how to do the answer. 1/4, bad 4, divided by 3 is the same as 1/4 times, flip it, 1/3. You all got that answer. I don't need to tell you the answer. Right? Turn the page. Number 3, oh good, problem solving. Harold spent 3/4 of an hour milking cows, 45 minutes. He milked 3 groups of cows. If he spent an equal amount of time on each group of cows, what fraction of an hour did he spend milking each group? 3 different groups. So 3/4 divided by 3. There's a way we can do this without even doing fractions, right? What's 3/4 of an hour? 45 minutes. 45 divided by 3 is 15. Or 1/4 of an hour. So in this one, you're going to do 3/4 divided by 3. It's the same as 3/4 times, flip it, 1/3. Let's do this real quick. I'm going to show you this real quick because this is one of those where you can do the 2 different ways. What is it? 3/4 divided by 3. 3/4 divided by 3 is the same as 3/4 times 1/3. 3 times 1 is 3, 4 times 3 is 12. Simplify. You can divide them both by 3. The answer is 1/4. Another way of doing it, have a 3 on the top, have a 3 on the bottom. The answer is 1/4. Okay? Remember, do it the way that you feel comfortable doing it. Whatever your way of doing it, as long as it's true and math, you can do it. Number 4, Roseanne and her family drove for 8 hours on their vacation trip. Every half hour, they played a different game. How many different games did they play? Alright, so they drive for 8 hours, which would mean here, driving from here to Mayaguez, back again. Back to like Arecibo, and then back again. It's a long road trip here in Puerto Rico. Every half hour, they played a different game. How many different games they play? Every hour. If every half hour they play a different game, how many games do they play every hour? 2, right? 2 halves in an hour, every 30 minutes. So every hour they play 2 games. They were on this road trip for 8 hours. 8 times 2 is exactly. The other way of doing it, of course, would be 8 divided by 1/2, which is the same as 8 times, flip it, 2 over 1. 8 times 2 is same thing. Number 5, Girish used 4 cups of flour to make bread. He divided the flour into 1/3 cup portions for each batch. How many batches of bread does Girish have? Use tiles to help you solve. From a baking perspective, this makes no sense at all. From a math perspective, it's easy. 4 divided by 1/3 is the same as 4 times, flip it, 3 over 1. It's a pretty easy answer, right? How many thirds can you put in 1? 3. How many third cups can you put into 1 cup? 3. How many cups do you use? 4. 4 times 3 is? Same thing. Number 6, Jason is cutting a roll of sausage. A roll of sausage? What the heck is a roll of sausage? Jason is cutting a roll of sausage into pieces that are 1/2 inch thick. If the roll, the sausage, is 6 inches long, how many pieces of sausage can he cut? All right, you got your 6-inch sausage. That's about 6 inch. You're going to cut it into little 1/2 sections. How many halves can you put into 6? 6 divided by 1/2 is the same as 6 times. I'm using my invisible whiteboard now. 6 divided by 1/2 is the same as 6 times 2 over 1. Flip it. 6 times 2 is, here, I'll write the answer for you. I may have it backwards. My apologies. Number 7, Hubert. Hubert. I haven't heard the name Hubert in a long time. Hubert cut a piece of yarn into pieces that are each 2/3 of a foot long. Because Hubert was bored and he was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to cut some yarn. Oh, Hubert. If the yarn is 6 feet long, how many pieces of yarn did he cut? All right. It is 6 feet, 6 feet of yarn. Cut into 2/3 sections. So we're going to, I'm going to show you that one. What the heck? You got your 6 foot yarn, and it's going to divide it into 2/3 sections. All right, this one we have to flip. This is the first time we flipped. So it's 6 times what? 3 over 2. My cat wants to be a part of math class. That is a 1 on the bottom. 6 times 3 is, you know that. 2 times 1 is, 1 times 2 is, you know that. Simplify. Answers in the next video.